Morse code. Every issue a story that's gotta be told.
Hey everybody, it's Flat Earth Santa, your host for What Not, Why Not, the weekly show where we talk about what not topics and we help out new sellers to get themselves to the next level on whatnot and make some nice coin. Anyways, we're going to bring in our panelists. We've got our panelists backstage. They're ready to talk about this week's topics. So let's bring them in. First up, we've got Soder Pop Comics. He is the reigning bragging rights champion.
What's up, everybody? Good to be here.
Hey, and now I got to find it again. There it is.
Very
Yeah, it is. It is. When I saw it, I'm like, this is definitely you.
Yes,
This
it is.
And of course, the resident accountant sitting backstage, it is Skipping Stone.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
And it is here. There it is.
Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise.
That tickles me every time.
And of course, we have our the other Canuckastani. He's from the Great White North. He's a buddy of mine. It is Alien Warrior 75.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for inviting me again. Good to see you guys, panel.
Hello.
What's up, bro?
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in.
Oh, goodness.
And of course, last and of course least, it is Punisher Rider.
I have arrived. That's all it needs to be said.
This place sucks! No! I think it's about time Castle Grayskull had a makeover. Why don't we start with a tampon machine? No!
Oh.
All right. So how is everybody? Everybody having a good Wednesday?
Doing fantastic.
Yes, sir. Playoffs are
Yeah,
on.
fantastic.
All right. We're going to go into the new the new part to the show, which is good versus bad. Meaning, what did you see this week that was good or bad on whatnot? So we're going to start. Let's start with Mr. Alien Warrior. What did you see that was good, bad, or both?
All right, well, awesome. Thanks for for having me, guys. I really appreciate being here. Yeah, on good. New comic book. I just had to get as soon as I saw a description of it, and then I dig deep into it. Dark Horse Comics is bringing out something called Only the Savage Are Left. And it's a story of a cosmic virus or something that comes to Earth and infects people, and the shenanigans thereof. So anyway, I pre-ordered that. That looks cool. So I put that in the good category. In terms of bad, I had to miss again this week on my live show because so many other things going on. But yeah, glad to be here, guys, and it's good to see you all.
Awesome. Well, Skipping, what's your good? What's your bad? What's your both?
Well, I gotta say, and I hope I'm not stealing this from you, Rick, but what I saw bad this week was on Rick's show. Some people bidding that didn't have money and putting pre-bids on items, and it's messed his whole show up. Not the whole show, but it put a monkey wrench in it, that's for sure. And what I'm referring to is when they put pre-bids in and they tried to purchase an item, it obviously was declined, but and then they deleted their account, but all their pre-bids stuck with every other item that they put a pre-bid on, and that kind of screwed up his bidding, and all those pre-bids existed. That was one of the bad things.
That's
It did. I was feeling for you. And then not in the comic community, but I also saw some bullying and trolling, and I was playing mod at the time on one of the shows that I saw the bullying and trolling, and the good part about that is it reminded me once again how amazing and how hard our mods work for us, and props to you guys, man. That's a way harder job than even packing, because I had to really try and keep my cool and not get too mother hen, because I was modding for a friend of mine's mom who was trying to help him out, and I just really wanted to just be the real me and tell him get the fuck out of here and to act right and give him a good piece of my mind. But I had to use a little bit more couth, and then I ended up kicking him out because enough was enough. And then I had to apologize, but the seller was absolutely fine with my decision and supported me in that decision making. But again, mods, every minute, every second of every time you mod for me and for other people, you are appreciated.
Yeah,
And
they
that's my good and my bad.
Nice. Yeah, they're definitely needed, and they don't get enough appreciation for what they do.
Not even in the least bit. And I hope at least my mods know. God bless you. I appreciate you so incredibly much, and I try and let them know. But man, if I ever forget to say thank you, please know from the bottom of my heart, I thank you every time.
One thing, I just wrote it down for next week. I think we should do a topic on overpriced pre-bids. Sometimes when people pre-bid by mistake too much, how to fix it, and how Rick probably could have got out of that problem.
Yeah, I definitely want to know. Not that I do pre-bids at this time, but it's something that I will be doing in other categories as I grow and diversify. And it's something I definitely want to know, because I was like I said, I was feeling for Rick over there, and I was like going, damn, how do you fix this?
Yeah. All right. Mr. Soda Pop, what have you seen in the good and the bad?
a lot of fat finger and pre-bids. Yeah, and it wasn't just my show. I mean, I had 8 in my show, and they weren't like little amounts. One dude put in like
$100,000.
Yeah, $101,000, and I missed the amount that he put in. So what I usually do is just like put it at 100,000 and tell people not to bid. His pre-bid was over that, so it was like it like ran and he won. I was like, oh shit. But obviously his bank declined it. But Yeah, there were so many. And then right after my show, I popped into somebody's and they had one too that was like 100,000. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Just take your time. It's a pre-bid. Take your time. You're not in a rush. It was the worst I've ever seen it. There was eight of them. It was insane. And I found an easy reach around. And I don't know what you're going to suggest. I know you typed something in the chat, but if you just put it at a high amount and just run it as a random, it works fine. Or it just resets it back to zero. But either way, you're going to lose your pre-bids that you had before then. Either way, it sucks.
You are.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about, was if you'd lose to other people that put their pre-bids in and
yeah,
and maybe weren't in the show to rebid again, right?
Yep.
How that would affect them.
It affects them, but it keeps your bookmark. It doesn't keep your pre-bid.
Correct.
Right. So they still will get notified. So just for something like that, you run it really high, then you set it, run it, no one gets it, kills the pre-bids, then you put it back to whatever you wanted it at, and then you pin it to let everyone come in. Just give them a little bit of extra time. That's all.
Yep, and that's what I did.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how you fix it.
Yep.
All right,
Good to
Mr.
know.
Punisher. Mr. Punisher, good and bad.
Well, the good, I want to say that we always talk about this family, this community, how amazing it is. And we kind of run in our own little circles here. Our family keeps growing, but there's other families out there. And what I saw on Saturday night was another family, a group of people. I'm going to shout them out. It was on Robot Monster Island, and I got to tell you, he has the people in his room. He runs a phenomenal show. And for him to start a Journey into Mystery 83 and the first Iron Man for $1 just blows my mind. I mean, that is such a risk no matter what you got in your room. But I saw people come in and somebody wanted a book, and these other great sellers, Collector Cove and some other people came in. I know they travel in their own circles, okay? But they came in and somebody wanted something and they all donated $100 for him to get the book at the price that he could afford.
Aww.
And I thought that was absolutely amazing thing to do. Now this buyer might come in and spend a bunch of money, but it doesn't matter. They didn't have to do it. And so what I see is it, with as great as our family and as great as our community group that we hang around in and we talk with, there are other amazing groups in whatnot that are absolutely phenomenal. And I like seeing that. I like seeing the love and the just amazing community and the reactions and the jokes and the funny, because I seen, certain sellers come in and he would make fun of them in a way, like he would perform what they do on their show, and it was all good laughs. It was a great community. So that's the good. The bad, there are sellers, new sellers, and I want to put this out for the new sellers. Listen, we are here to help you. We want to help you to succeed. But if you're a scammer and you are somebody that's going to play this card game where you don't get the price you want and you're going to cancel orders or you're not going to ship things properly, then you don't belong here. I'm sorry. You don't belong here at all. I don't want to see this thing so full of scammers and just shit sellers that ruins this app and puts too much bad light on certain things. And with the bullying that was brought up, they're groups. It's just like this great community. If like something with Richard Soder, something with Skip and Stone, something with Alien Warrior, we all reach out to each other. But I can tell you, if there's other groups where they tag team and they go after certain people and they go attack and they bully and try to cause problems and try to cause conflict. You need those mods. Trust me. If you don't have mods, you better find people real quick that are not afraid to pull that trigger and kick them out of the room and don't ruin your whatnot experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. I definitely want us to piggyback on Punishers with the other groups. Cove, I was Cove's first mod. Like, I was there from the beginning. Trust me, that dude is just awesome. Cove is a great person. He works with Kvan. I'm sure probably Kvan was probably one of the other guys that jumped in with money. There are very good sellers. There are other groups that are just as tight and good to everybody. So if you don't find one, you'll find another. They are out there. My good is, well, really good shows this week. There was some really good stuff out there. The bad is that it seems like the tax returns aren't quite in yet, or people aren't getting them because people aren't spending as much.
Agreed.
And it's not just, and I'm seeing it across the board. People are quietly doing shorter shows because they're not getting as much, which is too bad. But hopefully things turn around. It's mid-April or getting close to the end, but hopefully the tax returns come in soon and gives everybody a bump. But yeah.
To piggyback Punishers real quick too.
Yep.
One of the bads was new sellers throwing up books, and Punisher talks about this all the time, that aren't in the shows. And there was a book that I'm after. This new seller was on there, and I bought a book from him, and I was like, hey, what about this other book that you have listed on there? And he goes, nah, that was just to get you all in here. I was like, so you don't have that book? He goes, nah. That's just to get you all in here to buy stuff from me. And I'm like,
What?
yeah. So I only made the one purchase, and then I just like blocked
Ducked
it.
out.
Bait and switch and block.
Yeah,
Done.
that's exactly what I did. So
Yep.
See, one of the things that's great about these communities, guys, is that the reputation precedes you, right? So we hear about this crap in our discussion groups, and then we see it online and we see evidence of it and stuff like that. News travels fast in this internet age, and so just that reputation. That's it.
Yeah, as long as mine's bad, that's all I care about.
So I should put my Nintendo preview on my thumbnail.
I was just listening to Bad Reputation by Joan Jett.
It's funny.
All right, let's go into topic number 1, and that is pre-show prep, because this is absolutely imperative. Doing your pre-show stuff makes your show run smoother, run better. You seem more professional. So I want everyone's idea of what they do and how they prepare for a show. So let's start it up with Mr. Soderpop. If he's here.
He had to step away for a second. Oh,
I'm back. That threw me. All right, here we go.
Mel flashed him.
Yeah, pre-show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just make sure everything's, all my setups right. I do my the pre-show, prep to make sure that my camera angles are right. You go into I can't remember, rehearsal mode, that's what it is. And yeah, just make sure my cocktail is ready, or my drink, my juice, whatever it is I'm drinking, my coffee. Have the pre-bids pulled since I list my books. That's really nice. Those are guaranteed sales. And once once people see, other people are buying, it tends to get other people to buy too. That's why I do that. It gets people to want to spend their money a little more when other people are spending, that FOMO thing. Yeah. And just, I mean, it works. It's true. So we do that. And just make sure, if I get nervous before every show, I still do. I know I talk a lot of shit and it seems like I'm all like wild and everything, but that's part of the performance aspect. It's me, but it's dialed up to 10. So I got to get myself in the right mindset. Sometimes, we got to do a little stress relief before the show or whatever the case may be. But, we just make sure everything's set, everything's, in place. We're prepared. Our mindset's there. And that's half the battle is the mindset too. Because you might miss something. Your books might not be in the exact order you want them, or they're not alphabetized, or how you want to pull them, depending on how you set up your shows. But you have that mindset. You just, once you go live, you're raring and ready to go. The little hiccups, you just adapt and you overcome. There's always going to be stuff that happens in your show because you never know what the chat's going to do. But it makes you more flexible when you're just mentally prepared.
Very nice. Mrs. Skipping Stones. What do you do for your pre-show and getting ready?
I make sure I have all my stuff, or I try to. First off, I want to say, make sure you have a charger. I've seen that so many times just this week alone, people's show dies. And it happened to me almost, well, it did kind of, but not completely. And I had a charger and it was plugged in and it still wasn't charging. And I don't know why, because it works now, but maybe I didn't have it plugged in all the way. I'm not sure. But so make sure you have your charger and your lights, and they're where they need to be. If you aren't using overhead lighting as your main lighting, if you're using ring lighting and stuff, I've seen those problems as of lately with other sellers. Make sure you have something to write with and something to write on, and definitely make sure you have something to drink, whether it's something to wet your whistle, whatever that your choice is. Make sure that you have, if you're not writing the names on everything, your numbers, your stickers, whatever, and your books, of course. I make sure I have my music and a razor blade, because I like to open packages and give stuff away. If there's anything special, communicate with your mods. I think that's probably a good idea too. Make sure your mind's right. I mean, I'm always excited at this point. I'm like counting the minutes. Is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it time yet? I don't get the nervousness anymore, like Rick was saying, but I do get excited. I'm like, is it time? Is it time? But whatever you need for your show, make sure you have it. As far as that goes. One of the things that I have a tendency to forget is to have an empty box in next to me as I sell them out, because I keep everything in order, numerical order. And sometimes I'll forget to have myself an empty box, and I got to go and grab a box real quick when I get to about 50, so my stack doesn't slip away. And then if you got a dog, make sure you have a steak ready for her, because she's going to want it about halfway through. But that's pretty much it. Good mindset, good setup, and make sure you have something to drink, because you need to hydrate. Otherwise, you'll lose your voice.
Okay, I'm going to give everybody a piece of advice here. You get a full-size mirror. Put it beside yourself just before you're about to go onto the show. You look into it. You say, "I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me." For those that get the joke.
I
All right.
That's a good piece of advice.
Oh, we got Joey here too. All right, Mr. Alien.
What's up? What's up, guys? I had a problem with the internet.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Oh yeah, for prep
Joey!
guys. Joey, what's up, man? Welcome in. We're talking about prep. What are the top prep things? For me, the lighting is definitely key. I have two lights to make sure that I can show close up, defects. The gloss that was mentioned last week, that's key as well. And have a comfortable seat. A glass of water is definitely important because you're going to be talking a lot. The entertainment piece for me is big. I think that's also for Rick. So I have music playing. So I make sure the technology all works before I start. But the number one thing is the books, obviously. And I make sure that those are keyed in properly. I've got high grade pictures taken. I do all this on the weekends because a lot of the stuff, if I do get new stuff coming in, it comes in usually late during the week, past my show. So I have time to analyze them and add them into the system and so on. But I want to echo Rick's sentiment on the mindset and Skip and Sone's thing. That is big for me. It's very tough for me to get in front of the camera and do this show every week. And you guys have noticed that I haven't done it for a while. And a lot of that is because, like Rick said, it's hard to get into that mental state, especially with your own life going on and everything else. Of course, I think what we would strive to be would be like skipping, where you become excited about it. I think that's a good way to look at it. Anyway, we're human. We make mistakes. We're learning as we're going too. And, a lot of you guys may be doing this for a living now, which is amazing. But for the folks starting out, it's definitely good advice to sort of do what Flatter said. Practice in front of you. Do the rehearsal shows. Do private shows with your buddies in private shows. That's a great way to get over the jitters. But yeah, key information for me is information from like Key Collector, My Comic Shop. All the data is in there. I know some folks can't do this because of the volume they've got. But anyway, that's just one of the things I do, guys, and lighting and music.
Nice. Mr. Punisher, what's your pre-show checklist? What's your pre-show sort of rundown?
Okay, so I have actually been going and teaching people how to start shows. So I teach them what I do. Not saying that that's the way to do it. I'm just saying this is what I do. First of all, I make sure my laptop is open and ready to have it so I can see my solds go by and keep an idea if there wasn't a payment to go through. I set my phone up, do rehearsal mode, just like all the rest of them said. Make sure my charger's there. Get my lighting set correctly. Make sure I get my 3D fan on. Then I have my music station over here, which I do a kickoff song to my show. It's always depending on what the show is. I pick a different kickoff song. I just think it's a little cool thing that I do. And then have that music set up, make sure everything's working. Then it's all about organization. To keep a show moving smoothly and to not be fumbling around and all that, especially if you're a one-person show. It's phenomenal if you can have a helper with you because it makes a huge difference. But if you are a one-person show like a lot of people are, organization is key. First thing I do is pick out what books I want in my background. That's the eye candy books. As you go up and down the streams, and if it turns on, you can see the books. Then I have usually a long box beside me that's within arm's reach. I have a short box of a little bit bigger books that's beside that. And then I have some giveaways sitting there. Because when I redid my studio, I got me an L-shaped desk. I got me stations that hold up the boxes so I'm not having to go down and pick them up. So I tried to build myself for success. And the longer you do this, we all started somewhere. We all do it at certain places. You might want to upgrade what you do, because if this is how you're going to make money, this is how you're going to do a business, or if you're going to do it full time, do stuff that makes sense and easier for you. That's the best piece of advice I can give you. Make sure you have good lighting. Make sure you have a good workstation or wherever you're going to do. And that's pretty much how I have it. I have my Givey station right there. Very rarely do I have to get up drinks. If you have room to put a little cooler, that's cool. Little bag cooler, little lunchbox, because depending on how long your show is, you might want to get another drink. Use the bathroom before you start. If you can, take that whiz before you start. The nervousness that has happened to all of us. I can tell you that I still get it depending on the show. If we're getting ready to drop one of our exclusives, you kind of get that nervousness in. You don't know what's really going to happen, if it's going to be crazy. If it's a normal show, I would say about a few seconds in, you start feeling yourself, the show starts rolling, all that goes away. But when you stay engaged, you're with the chat, all that is done because you prep properly. Make sure you have your pens, make sure have multiple markers, pens, post-it notes, anything that you possibly think you're going to need in that show. And the more you're on and you're not fumbling around and you're walking around or you're not doing whatever, that's a sale you could be losing. And people want to be entertained. You want to keep people in your room, not leaving your room. So, you can take a time and talk about things and stuff like that, but kind of have a game plan going into it. Okay. Like, this is what I want to show, when I want to show it. But you got to be able to pivot. Okay. So even though you have all this figured out, you think you got it all figured out, you might have to pivot part of your show. Maybe something isn't really moving because the right people in there. So have something that you can pivot to, but make sure it's near you that you can do it. You can always put the long boxes or short boxes back after the show. Just set yourself up for success. And if you're doing this professionally or you're going to do it long term, get the equipment you need to make it easier on you long term.
Very good. Yeah. One thing to piggyback on that, I'm going to bring it up. This is, when people ask me, this is what I suggest if they have the room for lighting. Come on. There it is. Everyone can see that. It's on Amazon. It's a nice set. It is soft boxes, so it actually disperses the light evenly. And you can put in it. It's nice because you actually want one on the left and one on the right, so that you don't get a lot of shadow. If you have the room, these things are great to do. I use them, and it works for me. But Mr. Joey, what do you
sir.
do? What do you do for pre-show prep?
Well, depending on the show, I make sure that I have all my books ready, sorted, and they're at hand's reach. I also have a few other boxes that I keep at hand's reach. I make sure I got my Post-it notes, my markers, my giveaways are all ready and set up and ready to go. Whatever I'm doing for that night, put a couple of books up, because when I put up my books, I put up on the rack, I put up the books that I'm doing for that day, whatever. So like tomorrow I'm doing Venom and Carnage. I'll put a couple of Venom and Carnage books up there. I check through my listings to make sure that I have all the giveaways set up and anything else that I want to do. The lighting, I got the lighting set up, and that's the best I'm going to get right now. Sometimes I'm looking at my cousin's computer when I'm like showing stuff on the screen. It looks a little bit dark. I don't know how it looks to you guys because I never got your input. So if anybody's been in the show, Flat Earth Santa, you can let me know if the lighting is okay when I show the books, the spine and everything. And
It's looked fine when I've been in there, bud.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, you
It's
sure?
always-
You got
it's
sure?
always a charm, too.
I would normally say something like, "Hey, it's a little dark," or "Hey, it's a little." I'm not. Trust me, I'll say it. Don't worry.
All right, so that's cool. Long as that's working okay, because there was a problem in the beginning because I was getting so much glare off of the back wall, like the one corner starting from number one, I think up to number three. I mean, the glare would be like really ridiculous. So we bought one of those LED lights, the long ones, and propped it up on the ceiling. And so far, I guess it's doing okay. So, and then like you guys said, the mindset, you got to be ready to sell. Whether you're going to be on for an hour, 2 hours, you have to be ready. You have to, entertainment and get that ready, whatever you're going to do. I mean, I've got my way. You all have your way. I like busting on my cousin because he does shit anyway. It's funny because he'll sit there and watch the screen and be on his phone with his iPad and everything else, going through other shows. And I'm over there and somebody will ask me a question. I'll go ahead and answer it. And there's a little lag between that and the iPad. And then he goes, they just said, look, I just read the question and I answered them. It's like, it becomes a comedy routine. It really does. I bust his ass all the time, but you know me, I'm a little bit more dedicated when it comes to making sure that my stuff is sorted this way. If somebody asks me for something, I can just go in and get it, that I'm not fumbling through the boxes. That's one thing you really don't want to do is fumble through the boxes because people don't like to wait. And if you tell somebody, hey, look, I'm going to go look, go look, and don't tell them that you're going to look and don't look, because people don't like that either. But that's about it for me. As long as I got everything set up and ready to go, like I could walk in there at 1 minute to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and start the show and not have to worry about what I have set up.
So which one are you or Robert Abbott or Costello? Which one's which? Because I'm waiting for the who's on first joke to come up at any moment.
Guess he's a little bit heavier than I am. I could say a lot heavier than I am. So I think I think you guys get the drift. I think you guys get the drift.
All right. So
and don't forget my little bag of Coke. Always have to have that ready.
Yep, obviously. Well, we're going on to Alien. Alien, have you seen his little bag of Coke?
Sorry.
Have you?
No, but I got it now. I see it now, buddy. That's awesome, man.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, but the thing is that this is my little bag of Coke. I have a bag with a lot of little Coke in it.
Yeah, and a straw, and the chicken's even got the straw with a little bag of Coke at the end.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move into the next topic, which is 3 things that you want to have on every show. So this is not just something for a specific show or whatever. This is 3 things that you must have and you think that every seller should have for a show. So pick 3. So let's start with Punisher.
I think you need to have something in the background. I truly believe there needs to be a background book. I just think it's like when they go in your show, they see something right off the bat, whether you're running something at that moment or not. Personally, I think you need to have some type of music. So during that time where you're not talking or some things that you're not trying to sell, there's some noise or something coming to keep people entertained. I see it a lot in streams that a lot of people are like, oh, that's great music choice. People like the music. You got to realize people are spending their time on whatnot. It's kind of a social place, and whether they're buying or not, a lot of people are just hanging out, and they like good music, enjoy, they're spending time with you, so it's a little something.
It's kind of like
And the
going
ne-
to a party without having music being played.
yeah, kind of, exactly. And the next thing I think you need to have is a good personality, a good attitude, and you have to be able to speak. I know flat what you're going to say. You sent me a link with somebody that has 10,000 sales and don't say a word. That is the anomaly. Um, I think you need to be able to speak. I think you need to be able to think quickly, and I think you need to be able to show them and explain what you're showing them. Whether look, it's $1 book. Here you go. It's Alpha Flight 1. Or if it's this, you may not know all the details. That's fine, but at least tell them what you're showing them. You know, that's what I feel like. You just got to have like some salesmanship. I think that's necessity for each show.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, and he's right where that there is an anomaly. There is a guy
Say
that's
that
got.
again. Say that again.
Shut up.
You said you were right.
I said no such thing. Hold on. I've got something specifically for.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
It didn't
I could have
happen.
swear I was hearing something.
So yeah, there is a seller, but where it comes in, and again, Punisher's correct, that he's got tons of sales, but he does everything based on his music. He tailors his the song choice to whatever book he happens to be running, but it also it's a different length for every single one he runs. It's catered to how long the song is. It's I don't know how he's got that many sales, but my God, he does. So, anyways,
I forgot to
um,
include to get my hair done, put makeup on, tons of it, and put a costume on. Sorry.
yeah, well, that works. Uh,
Hey,
all right,
Santa, can you send me that link of that guy? I want to check it
yeah,
out.
yeah, we'll do. All right, Skippin. What have you got? The three things that you have to have every show, and you think everybody, a new seller and sellers should do.
I'd say a smile on your face, even if you're not on the in front of the camera. A smile on your face, because people can hear that smile, right? And that goes with a good attitude and all that stuff, right? You got to have lighting. You definitely got to have music and something to sell. And maybe a good story to tell your tribe when somewhere along the line something funny that happened, or something to get the chat going, right? I think that's probably a good thing to have. But yeah, I'd say most important, have a smile on your face, because even when the lights don't work or the camera doesn't work, or like what happened on me on Sunday where like nothing worked, I still had a smile on my face,
There you go.
at least until I was done, and then I was like, I wanted that show so bad. But shit happens, and everything happens for a reason. So a good attitude, and a smile.
Nice. Definitely. Yeah. Have positive attitude. You can't go far enough without it. Mr. Rick, what is your three things that you think every new seller should have that you definitely implement?
Well, most of mine were already said, but I'm going to piggyback on the positive fucking attitude. You go in there, I don't care how nervous you are. Like me, I'm nervous a lot. But once I hit go live, that button is pushed and entertainment comes on. I mean, you have to have a positive attitude. And like, Punisher was saying, you have to have some sort of salesmanship. Well, you don't have to be like fucking crazy and off the wall like me or Punisher or anything like that, but you have to be able to keep people interested with whatever it is. Find your fucking niche, and a big part of that is a positive fucking attitude. Music essential. That is like another mod for you. When the things slow down and there's dead air, that music's going to cover your ass more than you realize.
Yep.
Speaking of mods. Have
I
some,
look at that. Mods.
yes, have somebody in there, whether you make them an official mod or not, that can have your back. And you know, I have Mel here, and between the two of us, we still can't cover everything without Punisher Rider, Mike, Zilla, Skipping to have people in there that can have your back and cover some of that dead air time, because it's going to happen regardless. Get yourself some mods, and then fluid. Especially if you're going to run more than an hour, you're going to need something in there to coat your throat, because I talk a fucking lot and I lose my voice towards the end of every show. And I'm drinking the whole time, not just alcohol. Mostly I drink water. And you got to have those fluids handy. And yeah, those are my things. I know it's 4, but
That's okay. We can't
That's
count either.
okay. Maths is hard. Mr. Joey, what are your big 3 things that you have to have for every show, and people need to do, or they should implement it if they don't?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback about off of what everybody else says. Have the right attitude when you're going in there, and whatever else you guys said. But my biggest pet peeve is when I go in a show and somebody asks you a question about a book and you have no information whatsoever on the book. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Have your information about the books that you're doing, whether you do it, write it down on a piece of paper, put a note on the back of the comic, make a list. Me, I use CLZ. So when somebody asks me, hey, what's the deal on that book? Or I go in and I want to run the book, I can tell you, what the book is, what year it was made, the cover artist on the book, if there's a key on a book. You need to get all that information to the people, because if you don't know it, people are not going to value what you're bringing to the game.
I agree with you, Joey.
And I think that's about it. Everything else that you guys said was on point, so I don't want to reiterate on that. I'll just piggyback off of you guys with that one.
Nice. So we got 2 double dittos, and Mr. Alien Warrior, what's your 3 things that you've got that you think new people should have?
Yeah, you know what, guys, this is all great stuff. Absolutely, and I have to echo some of the stuff that was said for sure. I like to have the rack in the back to show some key books, some other weird stuff that I have, so people can see. I don't like going into shows and seeing like a wrestling match or something. Like, I'm here for comics. You know what I mean? So I like that. I like the lighting. The other thing I might say, guys, is just be honest with yourself and with your crew and with your tribe or whatever, your chat. Like, be authentic. If you don't know, say it. Like Joey said, know your shit. If you don't have like I don't know, Swamp Thing, then I don't have that title. Sorry. You're better off to say that than, oh, I know somebody who has it, hang on, or something like that. Like, just, move on. Also, having a pen and paper and post-it notes is very important too. And what I typically do is, if I don't have a book that a customer requests and I know I have it, I will, and it's not readily available because I'm in a small office. I will say, text me or DM me the name, and I'll pull it out for you, and I'll make you a deal offline. That way, as I think Joey said, you're flowing through your show better, and you don't get tripped up because that dead air is kind of bad. Like, where's the host when you walk in and he's busy doing something? No, you want to be in front of the camera or whatever. Yeah, and having lighting is very good, guys. Show the grades. Be honest with your customers. Show if they want you to take it out, take it out. Look, show it to them, right? You know, these kinds of things. Be accommodative, and like I said, be honest. And what the rest of the panel said was fantastic. Thanks.
There's one thing that I want to add that I think that was missed from everyone, and I think we're all going to agree on it. I think you must have a comic book stand. I
I
think
agree.
I believe that you need to have it there while the book's running. So
Yes.
I think that's
100%. Yep.
one of the big things that you need to purchase before you start streaming.
And a good one. Not one that your book falls over and falls off of and breaks if it's a slab. I've seen that happen, and that's just messy.
Just think about this.
I started out with a few flimsy ones, and speaking from experience, it's a game changer having a good one.
Just think about this. If you want to go cheap and buy something on Amazon for $5 and you put an expensive book on there and it falls over and damages the book, you are going to spend more. You're going to lose more money on that than you would have if you would have got a decent one.
Yep.
And they will last forever if you take care of your stuff.
Yep. I like mine. I can't remember the guy. It was the guy that invented it. I met him at MegaCon. He does Whatnot too. But I like the little ones because they fold up and they're portable. So if you do go and you have to go and do a show when you're out on somewhere or whatever, you have these things. They fold up and they're compact and really nice to use. You see them all the time, and they're magnetic, so you can chain them together.
That's fine if you're traveling, doing conventions, everything. You've been with me. I bring the plastic ones to have a book where it sits, where people walk by the table. But if you're doing a show and you're constantly moving books on and off of that stand, I highly recommend getting your one that's really secure, that you could put a slab in, you could do whatever, a treasury, whatever, so you don't have issues with that thing falling.
Oh, this I don't have a problem with it, but they're made specifically for this. They are actually for using slabs, and they actually have grooves in the bottom too, so you can do multiple comics. It's built for it's for comics.
Oh,
and
cool.
they've
Why don't you show us? Why don't you show us so people could order one?
All right, give me 2 seconds, and I will. While we'll move on to the next topic, and in between, I will get it set up and show it to everybody. All right. Our next topic is the Givey grouping. Now, I know a few people had questions about this. Maybe not everybody has seen it, but those that have, I know Skippin has seen it. The groupings of the Givey stuff. What do you think about it, and do you like it or not like it?
So I think it's fine. The only difference is that you just run next, or run the next giveaway versus having to go down and select it. I actually kind of like it because I do load several giveaways. I don't have to scroll so far down to hit a buyer giveaway. I only have to go 2 lines. One's my follower giveaway, one's my buyer's giveaway. So I kind of like it, to be honest with you. But if I was to be saying want to run giveaway number 1 and then giveaway number 6 or number 10 out of the giveaways for whatever reason, maybe they're different giveaway items, and they're all follower giveaways and they're all classified as the same, then that might be a problem. But I think clutters it less. So I like the grouping overall.
I think for follower giveaways, I think it could be okay. I think for buyer giveaways, what I do is I list 10 buyer giveaways. So that means a form filler would have to fill out 10 different buyers giveys in order to get it.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing I was
and I
wondering. is if
randomly
it's-
pick one. So they may not have filled that out.
Yeah, I was wondering if that with the grouping, if it allowed the form filler to fill out all X
Under
amount
one.
under
Yeah.
one.
I'm not sure.
Yes, it will work out that way.
But
Yeah.
you can still separate it. Isn't there a switch that you could separate to still list them individually?
I
I
think
think
so.
so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think there's a little checkbox that you can select that lists them. Like if you were to do your items, you can check the little box to click them separately, and then it will have however many you have in your store or however many you're loading to be separate. And so yeah, there probably is. It probably is.
Talking about Giveys real quick, I just want to add something to this Givey thing. I've been seeing a lot of new sellers making mistakes with Giveys. I've seen new sellers making less than $50 and giving away a $40 book as a buyer Givey.
Yeah, I saw a guy, a senior seller, doing a talk about on comic books to new sellers, and he was telling them to make sure that they have a big dollar book for the giveaway, and to run it even if the person only has a couple sales, right? And I was like, no, no, no. And he's like, well, that's just investing in your business. It is investing in your business in part, but don't kill your business before you even get going in your business. Don't give
you
away.
don't-
Totally. There's like a line you can't cross there, I think is your point. Like,
Yeah, I was like, what
maybe-
are you talking about? And the guy that he was talking to, it was his first show, and he's like, make sure you have a good couple $100 book to give away.
No.
And I was like, don't you dare do that. And I was like, don't do that. And he had probably is twice the followership that I have, and probably double the sales I have. And I was like going, no, don't. And he kind of was getting annoyed with me because I disagreed with him, but don't put yourself out of business.
You can only keep lost leaders are there because you can afford to lose that little bit of money. You need that money. New people can't do that.
I know. I was like, don't do that. Have yourself, if you want to do a buyer giveaway, you don't even have to do a buyer giveaway. But if you want to do a buyer giveaway, because it does tantalize some people, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do it, but do it within reason of what you're selling. And another thing is, he was saying to promote your shows, don't promote your first show. Whatnot does that for you automatically. Don't pay to promote your shows. It's done automatically when you first start. Your first show is promoted. Sorry, I know that wasn't part of the topic, but just don't promote your first show. Don't pay for it because it's automatically done. Because that was the other thing he was saying, is make sure to pay to promote your first show, and don't. That's and even promoting, if I just don't see that being a big help anyway. But
yep,
I diverse.
All right, I'm gonna show the stand, at least that I like. I'm not saying get one. I'm saying this is what I use. They're called the Superior Stand. Okay, they sit nice. You can put it in. It's nice and secure. It's not falling over. It is It's got where you're actually you can flip it in, so you've got legs to stand, and you can flip it in, and it's nice and easy, compact to take anywhere. And as I said, they're magnetized, so you can chain them together.
Oh, they're
And it
nice,
will,
man. They're kind of similar to the ones that I got, except mine has a backdrop. I was talking about the little plastic jobbies that on Amazon where you can get like 10 of them and
oh
the
yeah,
books
no,
will
no,
fall out.
yeah, no. This is what I'm talking about. So you chain them
Yeah, they're
together.
nice.
They're like you're not going, and it's so nice to have when you travel. So yeah, that was it.
One last thing about the Giveys. I'm just getting, and I'll shut up. Um, I've seen people, newer sellers that have been on less than 3 months, 6 months, around that range, trying to give away a Nintendo Switch. Before you think about giving away a game system, I want you to understand that okay. It's $199 plus whatever the tax is. So let's just say $215 right off the bat. You're already in the hole. Plus whatever books you paid for, you're in the hole. Plus the bags and boards. Plus whatever shipping you're going to pay for. You have to make all that up
Plus taxes.
before you make profit. You might get some people in your room. You might get people. Don't forget, if you're running $1, $2 books, it only takes one $2 purchase or $1 purchase or even a form filler to get that product at the end of the show. So you're going to have to be on. The people you see giving this stuff away are people that are established, people that have a profit margin that they're going to hit in their show, and they're going to be able to give that away. Of course, it's a pool. Of course, somebody would love to win a game system or a big book, ASM 129, Hawk 181, but you have to cut that out immediately. And you are going to because the people you saw giving that stuff away on Saturday were people that were pulling in 20, 30, 40, $50,000.
Nope.
Exactly.
Nope. I
And
gave away
even
one.
more. And some of those big $3,000 books, $2,000 books. And some people were giving more away. If you're a game system, they're going to at least make a profit. So please don't do that if you're a new seller. Don't think that you're going to need to put that golden thing up there and you're going to all of a sudden, yeah, you'll get people in the room, but you need to stay on long enough to make that profit back.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do things with like little cheap ass drones that are um you know it doesn't have to be a big book or a $10, like you can get some of those little drones that can fly around the house for like $10 on Temu or whatever, right? It's
Yep.
great for people to have for kids or whatever. And yes, but factor that in, so you need at least 20 people to buy a dollar book if you're doing dollar books, or 10 $2 books to
More
get
than
in,
that, because
right?
$21 books is not even 20. It's not even $10 by the time you're
Correct.
done with fees.
Correct. I'm saying at base minimum to get you after everything, to get you a little bit over, to get a little profit. I'm saying at base minimum.
Not
Right.
even then. Bags and boards and the cost of those
Yep.
$20.
Yep.
Exactly.
Correct too. Yep. So
So you need more like 100 books to afford a $20 gift, and then you're still breaking even, depending on how much you pay for those books and how much those books sell for. But if they're selling for $1, you've got to remember you are not making more than 40 cents on any $1 purchase. You're not.
Hold on. I actually have
I mentioned this
the
last week,
calculation.
guys, like, know your numbers. Would it be worthwhile? Sorry, Clyde, I mentioned this last week. Know your numbers, right? Know your margins. Would it be worthwhile to show that spreadsheet I showed before for maybe new audience?
Actually, I'm going to bring up my little spreadsheet that that tells you the. I'm just bringing it. Sorry.
And this is for this is a lot of new buyers. Everybody on here is established. Okay. Everybody has done their thing. and stuff like that. We know what we can do and what we can't do. But if you're a new buyer, you new seller, I mean, you need to listen to this more than anything else we said tonight.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Now, this is just me, right? For figuring out stuff. So let's say, so you see these are my USD to show pricing, right? So when I look up stuff, what I'm going to do, it shows whatnot fees, IG, what it costs me for IG listings and for eBay, right? So let's say you've got $1 book. You're getting approximately about 59 cents. The
No.
calculation. Yeah, yes, it is.
It's 47 to 56.
I can show you my receipts, and it is not 51 cents. It is not 46 cents. It is not.
It's because
based on whatever, because you're getting charged the 30 cents transaction plus 3% plus 8 or not 3%, 2.9% plus the 8.9% on the sale, and if that also includes their shipping and their tax. I sat there with another accountant friend of mine the other night after Saturday's show, and on Saturday's show I sold 10. I had 10 listings because I just sent 10 boxes, and you are paying the full percentage on their shipping, their taxes. The 30 cents is on for each transaction, but the percentage is on not only the sale, it's on the transaction as a whole. That means you're paying for 2.9% on the shipping costs, and if they live in a state with taxes, you're paying the 2.9% on that, as well as 8.9% for whatnot fees.
They are paying that, not you.
No, I will show you, Santa. I'll show you after the show.
My average on $1 book, and again, this is the average, is 57 cents. That does not include if it's a single purchase, my Gemini cost or the bag and board cost.
Correct. That's what I'm saying is the fact of this. This is the state that I would be doing it out of, right? And this is Canada too. It depends on where you are, but your state cost, they get charged it, not you. You as a seller are not getting charged.
What you're saying is the 30% is based off the total to include tax rate.
Yes, correct. That's correct. Yes, that's why I'm saying that is you do your value. You do it by your. I've got it at 80. Combined up, it comes to 89.1%. You times it by, that's what it is for me in my area. Then I minus the 30% costs, or the 30 cent per transaction fee. That is exactly by their site that they have on their website, that they state how it's done. They break it down for you. It's right on the site.
I'm texting you right now with a screenshot of a $1 sale and what I make. I don't know where you guys are getting those numbers from, and if that is true, then I'm getting really tagged a lot.
Here, I'm going to pull up the whatnot.
I know what it says. I know what it says, and I think it's good to show. But I'm telling you, I'm sending it to you right now.
I can tell you, I set up a $1 sale in my bin, okay, for Surter to pick up. I set a $1 sale in my bin, and right now in my payout is 46 cents.
Florida's got the higher tax rate bill.
Florida doesn't even have sales tax.
No. Yeah, but what you guys got to understand is on these dollar sales, okay, depending on the demographic area where you're sending this book out, you're going to have different.
Yes, you will.
You're going to have different. So it could be 56 cents for one person, 44 cents for another person.
That's correct. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, and so it also depends on if they drive 56 cents. It's based on where the book's going.
Mm-hmm.
And it also depends on if they've purchased more items than just the first one, because the shipping changes.
Yep. So I'm just saying, like, know your numbers, right? I'm agreeing with Alien, right? I'm saying you can do things and do it as long as you know ultimately what you're doing. And Punisher's just bringing it to the forefront of
Right.
make sure you know it so you don't lose money, because you can lose as long as you can afford to lose. But if you can't, which is most sellers, don't
Yeah,
even
so
try.
here's the deal. All new sellers are wanting that immediate gratification. That's not realistic. You have
Yeah,
to be in a position where you stockpiled enough books to where and be living comfortably. If you should not be doing this to make your entire living when you first start, because
no,
you do not have the reputation, you do not have the following. You need to be in a position where you can lose on your books while you gain that reputation, while you build those, networking skills, while you're able to figure out what your niche is, because your first 3 months, you're not who you're going to be in a year. You have to figure all that stuff out. You will realistically be losing. It is very, very rare when somebody can come in and in 6 months, they're knocking it out of the park. That is not the norm. Skipping, God bless her. She's a freaking anomaly and she's great at this. But that again is not the norm.
It is definitely not.
Yeah, that you have to be expecting to lose your ass. It's called paying your dues. It's like that when you go to any job. You got to start from the bottom and work your way up and do it the right way. So when you do hit there, you're still doing it the right way and you're staying consistent. That's how you're going to grow.
yep. This is
Hey guys,
Aliens sort of stuff. Yeah.
yeah, sorry guys. This is my sale margins file. As you can see, this is what I pay for my Shopify. I amortize that over 30 days because that's an average month. These are the envelopes that I use for local shipping because I do buy those. They're the ones, the Geminis I have already, so I've saved money there. But here's my do not bend labels, my address labels, which I buy from Vistaprint. That's actually a nickel, a little bit more, a little bit less than a nickel and a half per address label. Sharpie markers to say hello and thank you on my notes. Tape, Post-it notes, 2 cents per. Basically, trying to figure out per book or per. I don't know how I've done this. Looks like I've done it by month or something. Per month, my shipping costs, basically my materials. And then, of course, the price of the book would be on top of this, right? And then that would be, and then the difference would be, I guess, the profit. But just trying to show how you guys can sort of organize your materials and then have a real dollars and cents next to it to kind of calculate, or at least show to some effect how much you're spending per book or per whatever, per day, whatever you decide to figure out this math. But know your numbers, I think, is the point we're trying to say here, guys. And I hope this is not confusing. I can stop sharing now if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
But don't forget, as a new seller, you also have all the startup costs. We talk about getting a stand. We talk about having a second device. We talk
Lighting.
about lighting.
100%.
We talk about printers.
Yep.
We talk about this.
Yeah.
That doesn't even include any of the
Bags,
books yet.
board.
So you are already in the hole to start.
Always, right, as a business. And so I guess what you're trying to do and some folks on the panel mentioned this, and this is part of your personality and part of your delivery, part of the books that you have, whatever niche you are in, if you have one, or whatever titles you sell, for whatever reason, your selling rather is adding value to whatever you're delivering, right? So, and besides, you want to have a good reputation of shipping and handling the books and how they're taped together and so on, and how they're delivered to the customer. And all these things are important in your bottom line. And at the end of the day, if you can add a profit, you can turn that into new inventory, or you can turn that into your own business to perhaps maybe augment some of the tools that you have or technology. I do love the idea of the rack. I bought mine from Amazon, and it's like a magazine rack, and it just has my logo on the back, which I took from a lawn sign, and I shaped it perfectly so that it fits. And it has, my store name on the top, and it has all these books. And then with respect to the stand, another thing you guys can do is, and I'm happy to share this, is work with a 3D printer that someone can design a stand for you. And I found a guy in UK who's really good, and I'm happy to share his contact detail, so you can have a customized stand with your logo and stuff. Bottom line, guys, know your numbers, know what you're spending and what's going into each book, and have a database of your system, of all your books and how you're organized. Joey was mentioning that earlier. It's really important, guys, because you're going to waste time trying to figure out where everything's to.
All righty. So as far as the giveaways go, I just tested what everybody was asking about the little switch. There is no little switch to do them separately.
Oh, there's not.
No, it is not. So I just went in and I tried it out, and I looked up and down, up and down, up and down. There's no switch like you would have on a regular item. So I think they did that, and they must have forgot to put that in there, because it's the same way you do a regular item now. So you bulk it.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not a fan of that.
I mean, I like it for one reason, because you can set up multiple bulk giveaways and not have to go searching for that giveaway. Like, so if you want to give away cards on certain ones, you want to give away a book, you can set up one for books, one for cards and stuff like that. And then when you do go look for your buyer giveaways, it's going to be there. I'm going to say that I didn't try a buyer giveaway yet, but I'm going to say that with a buyer giveaway, I still think it may only allow you to do one because of the complexity that it's in. If it doesn't, then we're going to be in a lot of problems, a lot of trouble.
Well, it won't matter. You won't be able to. They're not going to be able to do multiple buyer giveaways form fill, because they actually have to get the code, what's called the UUID code, and it won't do it till you run the first. It won't actually give it the second one until you give it. So they're not going to be able to see it to fill out that code. So if you had like 5 buyers giveaways, and they're only going to be able to form fill the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but I was just saying, if it doesn't bulk, we don't know how it's going to work until we try it out. That's the whole thing. But as far as going back to what Alien does with his little spreadsheet over there, for your new sellers, when you're setting up new items and you're listing your stuff, if you go all the way to the bottom, it's going to give you, let me see if I can get in there and show it and tell you exactly what it says. There we go. Give me one quick second. All right. And I can tell you one other thing about what we were saying about the differences in the payments and everything. My dollar books range anywhere from 44 cents to 59 cents. Because I just looked on my orders, and that's the way it's calculated, depending on where you're going. Create quality listing. All right. So if you look on the bottom, there's optional fields. Cost per item. You could also put that in if you're listing items. So you could have the cost of what it cost you, and you'll know right away what you're going to get. But the spreadsheet idea I like. It gives you a little bit more insight, onto what you're spending every month. I really do like that, Alien. I'm going to try that out.
Yeah, that's good advice to have and to do that. I just sent Santa a screenshot of my average orders are 41 cents for the $1 orders. It's 41 cents. And that's for the first purchase and there are there's a couple of them that are 38 cents, and that's what I get, and that's before any expenses. That's what I get as a transfer payment.
I would question Whatnot about that on your end, because that's crazy. That's crazy. That's like 15 cents off of what we're getting.
Well, maybe it's CAD dollars, eh? I don't know.
No.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was the one I sent him was to Brooklyn, to New York, to Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
So I chose a state that has similar tax rate that I do, because Washington is one of the highest ones, and I think New York is another, and so is California, and that's average, and there are a couple of them that I'm looking as I'm scrolling through that are 38 cents as my transfer fee. Now, when I was doing the math for the Saturday show, because there was I'm like off my transfer payment versus the 2.9% fees plus the 30 cents transactions, I am off about $6 on 10 sales.
Shit.
That I cannot explain. It says fees, but it doesn't equal up to 2.9% plus the 30 cents. And they had none of the 8.9% fees on Saturday, but yet I'm missing about $6 per.
You should hit up support on that one, Skip.
Yeah,
I am. I actually was talking to Omen about this probably about a month ago, and he was telling me that he audited his account and he was off by a significant amount of money, like a few $100s, and he messaged them and he got a refund that they were overcharging him. And and so it's made me pay a little closer attention, right? And that and because I only sold 10, I had 10 boxes, right? That I sold on Saturday. I didn't have hundreds of sales. So I only had 10 transactions plus 5 giveaways. And the math just wasn't mathing. And so now I'm going to audit each show going forward for at least, a couple weeks and see if the numbers are off. And if the numbers are off, then I plan on doing a complete and total audit on my account. And from the looks of it, I mean, if they do even if it's just pennies per transaction.
Yeah.
I figured it out. I know why.
Oh, okay.
Geez. Oh, it's because Richard Pryor from Superman 3 did the math.
0.0001.
Sorry, I just had to make that.
I was sitting here going, "What? Tell me," because I've been me and my friend who is an accountant by trade, long term. I mean, currently doing it, not just like me, where I'm retired. But that's what she does, right? And we sat there and we talked on the phone for a good hour, and we were trying to figure it fucking out. We're like, what is going on? The math isn't mathing. And so now, as of Saturday, I'm auditing every show, and I'm going to continue to audit, and I'll let you guys know what the end result is.
All right, I got a question for you, Skip. When you did you look at your orders for your Saturday show? Did you have any dollar books that you sold?
No, I only sold boxes.
You only sold boxes. So like on my dollar sales, I was getting 67 cents for Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't run any $1 sales on Saturday. I only did minimum was $25 per transaction.
All right.
But still, it just wasn't the 2.9% and plus 30-cent plant transaction fee did not equal the amount that was withdrawn from the sale.
Okay.
And so And it just says total fees. It doesn't give you a breakdown of the fees.
Mm.
Yep. All right. Let's try to finish up the topic.
Okay.
Punisher. What do you think of the?
I
the
already
giveaway?
went, but I want to just add
yeah.
one thing to this. Your time. You've got to be paid for your time that you're just like if you would go work a job. That needs to be factored into this also.
Mhm.
The
Absolutely.
time, your time that it takes you to do this. So
Not just
that
the
needs to be
show, the
factored.
packing.
Exactly. So that's something that also needs to be included that's not seen or shown.
Yeah.
But when you go and do a job or work for somebody or something, you want to get paid for the work that you do. You're working doing this. You can do it as fun, but you're still working. So you got to add that in also. But you already
Yeah.
went to me, so I'll just.
Okay. Alien. What do you think of the new if you haven't seen it because you haven't done a show, but what do you think of the new Givey bundling? I guess.
Yeah, I don't really know if I have an opinion yet on it. Although I do think what was said earlier, with respect to form fillers and stuff, you got to always keep an eye out for that. And be wary of what you're giving away too. If it's like earlier folks were saying, you're giving away keys. Make sure you're making some money first. You're in the black before you do that. But no specific opinion on that new feature yet. So I guess I'll learn soon.
Okay, Mr. Soderpop.
It hasn't affected me yet. I'm not sure why. So I'll let you.
Yeah,
guys
I don't know why you haven't got it yet.
Yeah, I was having dinner and I was texting Flat when we were doing that, and I literally jumped into a show and created all those, and it didn't do it. So I don't know. I'll let you know when it starts affecting my account, how it affects me, I guess.
Yeah. And Joey.
Yeah, I went already.
Okay, well then we've got it on that topic. So other than that, is anybody got any other topics that they'd like to bring up either in the chat or on the panel?
Yeah, I'll bring up whatnot support. How's that? I mean, us as sellers, a lot of times we don't need to go to whatnot support because we got each other and we can figure this out. But there are times when you need to go to whatnot support. So don't be afraid to do the seller whatnot support feature. It does work. The bad thing is that sometimes you get a quick answers. The turnaround is good. Sometimes the answers take days in order to get back. So for you new sellers out there, you can contact us via message, okay? And we can help you out with that, all right? Because there's a lot of things that we do know and we can find out a lot quicker. But as far as the intricacies, like skipping stones problem right there, you definitely got to go to whatnot support and let them know. So don't be afraid to use whatnot support if needed. But don't be afraid to use us either if needed.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, anybody else have anything? If not, we're going to go around.
Yeah, just to say on the support piece is that use them like a tool because they are a tool for sellers and they're a great group as well. But yeah, as also Joey said, the turnaround time can vary. So, but be rest assured, they're going to fight for you. They're definitely helping out sellers, and they definitely help out buyers. I've used them many times. Said thank you very much. Because they really get us out of a jam. Because I get questions like from a guy from Germany wanted to buy stuff from my store offline and wondered about combined shipping. And he told me, oh, I got billed many times. And so I went to support and I'm like, support, here, is this guy going to get refunded? And they're like, yep. And then he confirmed that he was. So yeah, definitely use them as a tool because they are a part of your arsenal.
Okay. We've got a question from the chat from Michael. Your opinions, and we're just going to go around the horn. We'll start with Rick. Resellable bags versus tape closed bags. Cost difference worth it?
It is not for me. Plus, there's the time. Again, I prep everything. I load every book. I'm going through the books. It is a pain in the ass when you're doing the resealable bags to pull that off, and then you're fighting with that little freaking piece there.
Jeez.
It takes so much fucking time because I was using those for a while, and I had to stop because it was too much. And then trying to find those fucking pieces all over the place. For one, it costs more money. It's a pain in the ass. For me, it is not worth it at all. It's just too much when you're doing it, especially for me doing it by myself.
Yeah. Okay. Skipping. What's your opinion on it?
If you don't have to take the book out of the bag, I imagine it would probably be okay. But them damn strips, I would imagine would drive me nuts, because they drive me nuts on every other item that I have to use resealable or the strips on. But I would imagine taking it in and out of bags that it might catch the book with the sticky and cause damage to the book. So I would be very reserved about it. I don't purchase them. As you know, I'm just clearancing books out of, so I don't do a lot of bag changing. And I treat it like an estate or garage sale kind of liquidation kind of thing. But if I was, I would probably go with the piece of tape that I can remove and not worry about catching the book if I have to take it out.
Nice. Mr. Alien?
Same as Rick. I don't even use them. I actually recognized that I bought a pack of them by accident, and then I just tape over them with the green painter's tape. Bonus for someone else if they want to use it.
Okay. Punisher?
For somebody that's got to sign books, it's definitely a pain in the ass. The cost is up there. One lesson, and I learned this lesson early on, since I really wasn't into comics, is even if you use tape, rip that piece of tape off before you take that comic out. That is a comic 101, because I had it put a little tape tear on a Joker 1. Not a huge book, but still a lesson learned. I do like tape is much quicker. It's easier to fold over. Usually I don't even bother taping the books up until after, like anytime I drop an exclusive, because of opening it, closing. I rather close it after I sign it. If it's a personal book, if it's a book that's going up on my wall, I don't mind the resealable one, because I know once I put it in there, it's done. I'm not going to be pulling it back out again. So,
okay. Joey?
All right, so I am not a fan of resealable bags due to the fact of those things that get stuck to your hand and you can't get them off. But it's seriously, man. It just you see me hitting the keyboard and the monitor, but no, seriously, I don't use them. I will not use them. And like somebody else said, if I do have one, okay, I tape over it. I don't even peel it off. Now, you got to be really careful with resealable bags, because a lot of times there are bags out there that have the thing on the flap, not on the back of the bag. All right, so that's really being careful. Okay, but the thing that I do is when I tape my books, the good books, I will tape with blue tape on the back. Okay. That's a lot more feasible. It's a lot more forgiving. If you use regular tape, when you want to take the book out of the bag, take the flap and roll it over and tape it to the front of the book. This way, when you're taking it out and putting it in, the tape is not in your way. If you guys understand what I'm saying.
I do. I'm more on the Punisher side of things. Take the tape. These Punisher seen it. Rick seen me do it. I actually take the tape off and I put it on a different part of the bag, either lower or on another comic that I've got, so that I can quickly grab it back, and I don't ever get. But I'm like everybody else. Those resealables are terrible. You'll get the tape pulls, but here's the one time that I spend the extra money for them, and that is for uh, graded comic bags. This is where I do them because it looks gaudy with the blue tape on the back of the
Agree.
right? It just looks gaudy, and sometimes you have to take it out quite a few times to do it. That's the only time that I like the resealable bags is for graded comics. And I'm not worried about it getting caught.
All right. Let me add one thing in there. I got to lie on that. You know, I lied a little bit because my print bags, they are resealable. Okay? Because they're really going in. You're not taking them out. People only see the front anyway. So there's no reason why you can't. When my cousin ordered them, they came in with the resales on them. And I said, you want to know something? What the hell, man? Let me use them. I'm not going to send them back. As far as you getting them by accident, if you didn't want them, I would have called them up and told them, hey, you know, I don't want these bags, you know, and see if they can do an exchange for you.
And they will. They absolutely will. Because trust me, people like those resealable bags.
Yeah, I know. But you guys got to understand, in Canada, where Flat Earth Santa is, and who else is in Canada here? I keep forgetting.
Alien.
Alien.
Okay. You guys got you guys got the advantage. You get your bags and boards a lot quicker. But I'm gonna tell you something. I will not order bags and boards anywhere ever again, but Official Comic Pro line. Never.
Yeah, they are absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And they finally put into effect, and they're going to do more because they sold out the first in 2 hours, the 28-point bulk boards.
Those
now,
are great.
the bulk boards, yeah, but the 28-point bulk boards.
Those are great.
Yeah, they are awesome. They did both silver regular and silver. And they're going to be adding more. Now I just need to get Chris to do the plastic boxes, the what do you call it, the corrugated plastic in other colors. It took me a year before they finally got to the 28-point bulk boards, but hopefully I can get them quicker on the other stuff. But let's go around the horn and tell everyone where they can find you, what you've got coming up. So let's start with Mr. Joey.
Okie dokie. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you again. I enjoy this. My cousin knows, don't fucking bother me between 5 and 7, you know, so because he's got a bad habit of calling me, you know, and I tell him kiss off and bye. But anyway, you can find me on Whatnot, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the same name. I got a few shows set up that I usually don't, but I got all Venom and Carnage tomorrow, Alpha Flight and X-Force on Friday. Saturday I have all Archie and cartoon, and then Sunday I do my weekly pre-order and new releases. And also we have the book club. The book club is a lifetime membership, one-time charge, $20. You get a free new release for that day, plus you get 20% off all your orders, as Flat Earth Santa already knows. And we do special things for the club members, like we'll get free books, and we'll do free books for the month. Did you get your package yet, Flat? No, right?
No, I didn't, but I've got your banner going across the JJ Collectibles with the coupon code.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so, I mean, at the end of the month, I do a real special giveaway for the club members only. This month, it's a hardcover Harley Quinn, which is really, really nice. The free books I'll give, you know, because I had the opportunity to get these free books, you know, at a really, really good price, a bundle. So I'd rather give them to you guys and do something like that. And I'll do something crazy during the rest of the month. You know, you may all of a sudden say, hey, you won this. And you'd be like, what the hell? You know, but yeah. So also I got the May the 4th already set up. Nice. That's for the Rise of the Collector, if you guys want to know. And all you got to do is set that up for Star Wars. And you use the tag Rise of the Collector in your show. And you'll get acknowledged for that because you'll get more hits on that when you use that tag.
Nice. Mr. Soder Pop, what have you got coming up?
Yeah, you can find me on Whatnot, Snapchat, Instagram, all of them. What's the other one? TikTok, Soda Pop Comics. We do shows on Whatnot Sundays at noon Central, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Central, and Thursday mornings at 9:30 Central. And yeah, we're doing pretty well. So make sure you jump in. I want to thank the panelists. You guys are freaking awesome. You guys are a great family. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Chat, thank you guys so much for coming in. If you're a new seller, please listen to what we're telling you. We are here to help you. If you eat, we eat. We're all in it together. Don't be nervous to ask any of us at any time. We got your back. We want you to do it the right way.
Nice. And Mr. Punisher, what have you got going on?
Wow. Dude.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Wow.
The mask, huh?
You're on mute, by the way, Punisher.
Oh shit. Yeah, you are. Can't hear you better.
You should have left it like that.
he's better that way.
Yeah.
He's on mute.
Terrifying Crimson Bat, Rob Broussard, Aaron Rizzo has invited the Punisher writer to create a cover for him. And I have my own personal exclusive. I'm super excited to work with that amazing team and drop this book on Saturday. It's super limited. I want to make it super special, very hard to get. I also have some breaking news tonight. You guys are going to be the first to hear it.
Ooh.
An artist is having Punisher Rider as a character in an upcoming comic book.
Wow,
Ooh,
dude, you made it.
exciting.
I
Is it
will be
hole in one?
it will be my first appearance in comics as myself. I'm not going to go into anything else about it, but it is going to blow your guys' mind. And yes, Punisher Rider will be a live character in a comic book.
Oh my God. Can your head fit through the door yet?
No. And this was brought up to me, and I am also working on the creative with this. I can tell you it's going to be amazing, super funny, and Punisher Rider is going to be one badass mofo. So
Badass mofo, Punisher Rider, going to be awesome. So this is going in the fiction section at the library.
listen, I don't give a damn where it goes in the library. It's going to be in the front window as you walk in the bookstore.
That's sick, dude.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I was super. I don't want to tell you guys story, but once you guys see what we're doing, you guys are going to be like, holy shit, that's so cool. An artist brought it up to me and wants to do it. And no, it's not Surtur. So,
But is it hole in one?
no.
I just want to know. Are we going to be asking who's that guy?
No, listen, Skip, and you're not going to see the pornographic of Punisher Rider, okay?
No one wants to see that. No.
You're not going to see the full frontal of Punisher Rider, all right?
His wife doesn't want to see it.
Well, I don't care what she wants. But that's super exciting. We got a bunch of cool stuff. Terrificon, August 7th through 9th. Me, Flat Earth, Santa, JS Les, Surtur, Miss Soder Pop, and the man, the myth, the legend, Soder Pop. The NWO will be there. Bailey's Chicks
Awesome.
and possibly Skipping Stones will all be at Terrificon. So book it now. You can find me on Punisher Rider 1 on Instagram. It's a private account, but once I can verify who you are, I am more than happy to bring you in and get to see some cool stuff. I can tell you that I've got some crazy stuff in the works. So I'm happy to show you guys very soon.
Nice. All right. Skipping. What have you got coming up? Where can they find you?
Well, I'm a whatnot girl, nothing else. But as many of you know, my show Sunday got all boogered up with the internet. So um, I'm going to be doing my regular Thursday show, but we're going to do Friday. We're going to celebrate my uncle, and we're also going to celebrate my grandparents because Saturday is also their anniversary. My uncle his birthday was 420, and I think it's appropriate to celebrate them because they're the ones that's bringing the books through me to you guys. And so I have some special books I found. I found a Mark Jewelers in a very rare book, apparently, according to what Santa was saying and Michael was saying, that there's not been a lot of sales history on it.
What book is
over
that?
the last. It's Marvel Tales 51.
Oh,
And although it's not the most premium quality, it is a rare book, apparently, with the Mark Jewelers ad in it.
And it also depends on the color of the Mark Jewelers ad.
It's blue.
Yep.
It's blue.
Nice.
And so there's that.
One question about that. Did it have a star stamp on the front top anywhere?
That's how I found it.
Okay,
that's why I looked.
So if anybody doesn't, for all you new sellers out there and whoever else doesn't know, that star stamp means that, first of all, these books were only sent abroad to military bases out of the country. Okay, that star stamp, when you went in and purchased one through the base, they stamped it so that would be proof of purchase.
That it's not just abroad; it's bases here as well.
Yeah, but a lot of, and very, very few of the American bases got these Mark Jewelers.
Oh no, they got them. Trust me. I'll show you all the stats. And me and Alien know this really well. Again, it's the star stamp is not necessarily a jeweler's. They were doing star stamp when you bought it on the PX, even before Mark Jewelers even came into effect. The star stamp just means that it was sold to an active duty member on a base. That's all. That's what it exactly means.
Yeah, listen to the Canadians, Joey.
I don't need to listen to Canadians.
Anyways, so skipping,
and then I'll be doing Sunday again. So 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 7 Eastern for those that don't know the math. So I'm hoping to have a really good show on Friday. I found a few other books that look interesting to me, but I'm a rookie, and what I think's cool is not necessarily big books, but I got some really cool covers, and I'm hoping to have fun, and I do want to say it's an honor and a privilege to serve on the panel with you guys, and I appreciate learning from you guys and being here each week. And thank you for sharing all your wisdom.
Cool. Mr. Alien?
Thanks so much, Skip. And I agree 100%. I appreciate you guys too. I also said earlier I wanted to share the stand that I had made. This is a guy, he's called, I'll tell you in a sec. I think it's called Third Down Printing or something, but they had a GIF. I sent them a GIF file of this or a JPEG of this and a JPEG of this, and it turned out incredible. This holds holds slabs and it holds books. So I'll share this name with Flat, and he can maybe put it in the show notes or something. But
what did it cost you?
It was like $30 CAD. It wasn't very much.
That's crazy. That's cheap.
Yeah, this guy does a great job. So anyway, I just thought I'd give a shout out to him, given that they helped me out with that. So, I'll just stop sharing. I don't know how to do that. Okay, thanks, buddy. So as I said earlier, we're at aliencomics.ca. We're up in Canada, just near the city, near Toronto. We've got lots of double covers and price variants. I like to focus in on the really hard to find books, the low print runs, that kind of thing. So if you come see us, definitely send me a note. I'll help you find something as well. And we're going to be restarting my Whatnot shows on Wednesdays again. So look for that, guys. I have the next couple of shows set up, so you can hit me up at Alien Warrior 75 on the app and bookmark my shows. And I'm also on X at Alien Warrior 75. And guys, I appreciate you all too. This community is fantastic. Every week we have so much to say and share, and I'm just proud to have been part of it to some degree. Thank you.
Alien, you're our favorite Canadian on this panel.
Uh-oh.
Thanks, buddy.
That's okay. I love to be hated. It's
Can I
more
do
fun.
one more thing before you go?
Sure.
I got our book, full 16-page book, is coming out May 16th and 17th. Okay. And
Wow.
Punisher, this is for you. Here, look at the back. You got myself, JoJo's Collectibles, and Vic Moya is the artist of this cover. But I got you beat, Punisher. I got you beat because I was first in a book.
That's awesome, dude.
Guys, it's awesome.
I'm not about competing, brother. I'm just saying that I am going to be a character throughout this entire book.
Just busting your chops, buddy.
And yes, somebody wants me to be a real life character, but hey, dude, I am proud of you. I am happy for you, and I wish you nothing but the best on your drop, my friend.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, the book that I just showed you was the Ash Can. It was just an 8-page preview, just to see how it would go over. The next one has got the full 16 pages in it. So hopefully,
it's an amazing feeling, Joey. Joey, it's an amazing feeling when you do your own book. It's a feeling that you can't really describe unless you do it, and you know that feeling. And dude, it's awesome, and I can't wait to see one.
We're gonna have prints also.
Cool. Very cool.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations to you both.
Wait a minute. Why does he got such a long banner going across there? Come on, bro.
because I'm awesome.
Oh my God.
Because I have lots going on. No. You can get me on Whatnot, obviously Flat Earth Santa. You can get me on Whatnot with FES Comics, which I'm actually thinking about adding a show to it where the puppet interviews other sellers on Whatnot. So that may be my Whatnot thing, and sell a few books while I'm there. Obviously YouTube, we've got bragging rights on Mondays. Whatnot.
Who won? Who won last night?
Yeah.
Soder Pop.
Soder, congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
Someone that showed up.
Yeah.
Monday nights is tough for me because I got to redo the website and the orders and stuff like that.
Bingo's at 4 o'clock.
Early birds
at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Applesauce at 5:30.
No, 1 o'clock.
Bedtime by 6.
It's got to be pancakes to make it so the dentures don't get stuck.
Yeah. And I thought I was going the whole show without getting ranked on tonight, man. I guess.
Oh no, you can't.
We only do it because we love you.
I know.
Speak for yourself, Skippin.
So we've got obviously
Punisher. One day we will meet.
We've got obviously Whatnot, Why Not. We're watching it on this. And Guess the Grade returned. We're going to actually, instead of just doing once a month, we're actually going to do twice. And the second one is going to be going over things for cleaning and pressing, instead of actually showing books that are going to be sent in. So
cool.
Yeah. So how do you do stuff? How do you grade? Because one of the panelists are going to be a complete newbie when it comes to grading. We want a little bit more experience. We've got the Baileys as well. But we're actually going to have a newbie on the panel as well. So that's...
I love it. Yeah.
If you did not watch Bragging Rights this week, I suggest you go and watch it. It was one of the
was
round
insane.
2 was the greatest round that's ever been on Bragging Rights.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it was
very,
so,
very good. Very
it
good.
was so hard to pick which was going to win because that was pure fire. Absolutely.
It was.
All right. So that's what we've got. Everybody, thank you, panelists, for coming on. I always appreciate you guys doing it. I may not say it, but trust me, I do. You guys are family. Chat, we couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't do it without you. You guys make doing these shows amazing. Interaction is absolutely great. We love hearing questions. Get a hold of us if you need any of us. We will absolutely help you. And on that note, we will see you guys next week. I'm going to play us out, and I'll be backstage for just a little bit.
Yeah, I got to run, guys.
Yep. Have a good.
Thank you.
Have a good
Appreciate
one.
all of you.
Joey.
Cheers,
All right,
guys.
you
See ya,
too,
boy.
guys.
Spandex warriors and capes in the air, battles involved and nobody can share. Flipping through time, a portal in hand. This is my kingdom, my paper wasteland.